What's up? What's up?
Hey, Riq, I just asked DK if you guys switched sides, you played offense, you played defense, who would win the rep? What would your answer be?
Uh, sure. I think I'll win. I used to play wide receiver. DK a big dude, though. I'm gonna have to give him like a double move or something since he fast. So I think I'll take him.
You've gone against him in practice a number of times, but what was different about those matchups in training camp this year?
Shoot. Honestly, you just was competing for real. I mean, I didn't do training camp last year. So, I mean, this year it just felt like I was just competing, having fun out there. We just was sharpening each other's iron and we just getting each other better. So, us being some of the best guys in our position, it helps.
You mentioned not doing training camp last year. Just how much better of a place are you in physically than when you were trying to get on the field to start last season?
A lot better just because I actually got to work on my whole body. I wasn't rehabbing before a season. Usually guys train before the season. They're not rehabbing. Guys building their bodies. Well, I had to rehab my knee and strengthen my legs. And, I feel like I didn't focus on, my whole body rather than this all season. Before camp I got to, train and, have a healthy body, work on my legs, my upper body and stuff like that. So I feel like that's probably the biggest difference.
Riq, why do you think tackling was so much better week one than a lot of games last season?
We practice it every day. We practice tackling every day. It's like a big emphasis around here. And, you can just tell it's just natural to everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just go in there and, we try to get guys down. And, on Sunday, it reflected, how much tackling practice we've had. And we're just going to continue to build on it.
Seemed like you sort of downplayed your interception a little bit after the game, but when you went back and looked at the film, were you surprised at all? I mean, like how much ground you were able to kind of cover on that play? Or?
Just a little bit, but like I said, I was out there having fun with the guys and just trying to make plays. So, the opportunity presented itself, and I just tried to take advantage for real. But other than that, like I said, if I know I can make the play, then I consider myself to hold myself to a standard, and that's one of those plays I think I should make.
Julian was coming downhill pretty fast on that one. You think you took one from him?
Probably so, but I'm saying he got to be a little bit more quicker.
Julian said that you guys were the tip of the spear, the defensive backfield. Can you just talk about how, as a unit, you guys embody that and as playmakers and you set the tone of the defense?
Honestly, we just try to feed off each other, and we know how great of a secondary we are. And we know if we play well, then, it go hand in hand with the rusher. And when the rushers play well, then it go hand in hand with us because it helps us out. So, we just try to feed off each other, and we're a confident group. And as we continue to make plays, our confidence will rise, and, we'll just keep being able to help our team on the defense.
Changes this week, being able to prepare for a quarterback that you actually have film on. Last week was a rookie. This week, Jacoby Brissett has plenty of film out there.
It makes it a little bit easier, but at the same time, Brissett, he been the same system kind of. He did come from Cleveland, so he got a good amount of film on him just because he has been in the league way longer than Bo Nix. But also, you just take the same approach for real as any other week, and you just try to find different tendencies and stuff so that way you can have an edge on Sunday.
What was Mike McDonald like in the debriefing, after the game with the defense?
It was quick. Usually after a game, he say to make stuff quick. So it was quick, and the next day we just came in and we seen a lot of great plays, and we seen some plays where we got to clean up, and we still played great, so we know we can be even better.
The defense making the stops you guys did in key moments, getting the turnovers that you guys did on Sunday. How can you build on that and make it a week-to-week, progressing now into week two?
Just taking it a day at a time in each practice and honing in on some of the stuff that you mess up on. And, in practice, you're supposed to make mistakes, so that way in the game they don't really happen or we minimalize it. So just throughout the week we just get better each day, and if we do make a mistake, we correct it the next day. So that way when it leads up to Sunday, those mistakes aren't the ones we made at practice.
DK was up here a second ago saying he's been off social media, I think, since October, and just how it's made his life a lot simpler. What's your experience been like with social media and its effect on your mind, for better or for worse?
Honestly, I just learned just not to care about what people say for real. I mean, usually when I'm on social media, I like to look at funny Instagram reels or like TikToks, and I just send them to my homies. Or we just got like a group chat where we just saying hella funny like reels and stuff. So, I mean, social media really don't play a part to me. I just learned not to care because social media ain't real life, and most people on social media, you're never gonna meet them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't care, and I just, you know what I'm saying, go on there to like watch funny stuff and see what my friends and family doing.
Was there a time that you cared and it got to you at all?
I feel like last season it did just a little bit. Like I still didn't care, but you know I'll see what fans would say. I'll see what people in the news or the media would say. And as a young player, I'm like, damn, you know, y'all just was, you know, giving me hugs, and now you're turning your back on me, which is funny. So I just learned not to care. I just learned that the only person you got at the end of this is yourself. So I just made sure that I just took care of myself and made sure my mental was straight.
How much time would you say you spend on Instagram Reels and stuff like that?
Shoot. Probably since I pick my phone up or if I'm just laying in bed or something, like it'll be like 6:30 in the morning. I wake up and I'll just be chilling in bed. And so most of my friends, you know, they live in Texas or on the East Coast, so they'll already be up and going about their day. So I'll just be sending reels and they're like, "What you doing up early?" I mean, that's just part of what I do for real. So that's probably one of the fun things I like to do with social media for real.
Riq, Trey Brown said this offseason the secondary group really tried to have fun together outside of the facility, going bowling and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
How is that showing up on the field?
Honestly, it just shows up in little ways for real. Like, just because you so used to being around one each other and you know each other's chemistry and energy and you feel comfortable around being one another. And I feel like in order to be able to play off each other, you got to learn how to be comfortable with the guy next to you. And whenever you do go bowling or you go out to eat or you just do certain stuff with your teammates, that's how you get a feel for each other and you be able to become more closer than ever just because it's outside of football and everything ain't so much business because this is a business. So whenever you're outside of football, it makes it feel like, you know, you're actually building a real relationship, and it is.
Mike McDonald was sort of known in Baltimore for bringing the best out of players that we hadn't really heard of yet. Kind of saw that with Kayvon Wallace, especially a guy who was on two teams last year. Is there anything specific that you think stands out about his coaching style that, you know, makes players play their best?
It ain't no drop-off. I feel like even in preseason, you know, the guys, when we still had most of the team together, those guys are still making plays, and I feel like that's how it shows that the culture that he brung, it works. And whenever we did go through camp and we still going through practices, you know, every guy got a turn to get a shot, and every guy got to use their reps to their way. And, you know, and I felt like it shows, you know, on the film just because there wasn't no drop-off from a starter to the third or fourth guy. You know, we all still played the same. So I feel like his culture is one of the greatest ones in the NFL right now.
Coach McDonald said you showed up in the run game as well. A lot of focus on your pass defense. How do you feel like you did against the run in this game?
I felt like did a great job. I mean, minimalized yards. Nothing was really too leaky. Nothing was explosive for real. Nobody felt like a panic. You know, everything just felt second nature. Everything felt real smooth out there. So this week we got another team that likes to run the ball, and we're going to see what this test has.
You said everything kind of felt smooth. Are you surprised that week one of the season it felt that cohesive coming out of the gates?
Not necessarily surprised because, I mean, we still had little bumps throughout the game, but we just knew that we've been working so hard. I mean, when you work hard, you know something great is going to happen. You know, when you work hard, you have the ability to go out there and have that confidence and stuff like that. So it wasn't necessarily a surprise. We just knew that we were capable of what we went out and did, but at the same time, we know it's still, you know, better things for us.
Have you seen Julian kind of step up more as a leader this year with, you know, the guys leaving at safety, and he's got more of a role there?
Can you repeat again? My bad.
Have you seen Julian step up more as a leader this year?
Oh, yeah. I used to pick with Julian because last year, you know, he about to have a kid. So everybody was like, oh, you about to have a kid. As soon as he had the kid, everybody was like, oh, yeah, that's the reason why you guys going extra crazy. But that man, Julian, is just a dog, man, like a smart player. You know, I enjoy, you know, coming every day because I know J Love going to get us right in the secondary, man. So he's been, you know, like embracing his role, which is a leader on the team, and he does an amazing job at it. And as we continue to go out the season, you will see him, be even greater than what he showed on, last Sunday.